everyone. So nice to be talking to all of you again. My name is Ghazala and the dish we are going to make today is Nahari. Not Nihari, Nahari. Nahari is derived from the Arabic word Nahar, which means early morning. This dish is left to cook overnight and enjoyed early in the morning, and that's the reason it's called Nahari. This mouth-watering delicacy was and is still enjoyed early in the morning and mostly during winter seasons. It also has medicinal benefits due to the use of variety of spices which are considered to be good for general health. Over the years, this dish has been changed by many people by adding onions, yogurt, tomatoes. I'm sure it would taste great, but it strays away from authenticity. Today I have a request. As Indians, we are blessed with rich culture of food. The uses of unique various spices, cooking methods, and recipes are becoming extinct because of the quick cooking techniques which has modified mostly all the authentic recipes. This is the time where we use garam masala in all the vegetarian and non-vegetarian dishes to make it tasty. Whereas in those days, every dish had its own unique recipe, its own spices ground together to make every recipe taste unique and different from each other. If you have your mom and your grandmom, start cooking with them and make a booklet of your family recipe to pass it on to the next generation. It's very important. Now coming back to Nahari, there are mainly two types of Nahari. One is Awadhi style and the other one is Hyderabadi style, which is completely different recipe altogether. This is the last recipe I'll be posting from the state Uttar Pradesh. Next week we'll be cooking the authentic gems from Bihar and Jharkhand. So let's make Nahari in authentic way. Let's make it. Firstly, let's accumulate all the kinds of pepper we are going to use in this recipe. This is long pepper, it's called pipli in Hindi. Cube pepper, which is kabab chini. This is black pepper. And this is cloves. All these spices have many medicinal benefits. Also helps in curing cold and cough. Next we'll add the brown cardamoms, a quarter piece of nutmeg, green cardamoms, 2-inch stick of cinnamon, some mace, half of the star anise flower, and this is the quantity of whole spices we are going to use in 1 kg of Nahari. Along with this, we'll also use a teaspoon of caraway seeds, a teaspoon of cumin, and now it's time to grind all of this into very fine powder. And this is the Nahari masala we have made, generally which people buy from outside. You can make it at home, it's very easy, you saw it. Let's accumulate the pre-powdered masala. This is fennel powder, Kashmiri red chili powder, a teaspoon of turmeric powder, and half teaspoon of dry ginger powder. This is it. Now next step is to take mesh. If you don't have mesh, you can use the mesh cloth. 2 tablespoons of coriander seeds in this and lock this properly. And some bay leaves. We'll keep these also aside. Now in another bowl, 2 teaspoons of garlic paste. So this is the Nahari masala we made, and this is the accumulated dry masala. This is the fresh garlic paste, the bay leaves and the coriander seeds. And this is what we need to make Nahari. 1 kg of mutton shanks we have taken here. Please do not make Nahari with normal mutton pieces, it won't be good. Ask your butcher to give you mutton shanks, he'll happily give you. Or you can also use the buffalo shanks for this recipe. I have washed and strained this properly. 1.5 liters of water which we have kept for boiling. And this is the pot we'll make nahari in. 3/4 cup ghee in the pot. The stove is on medium heat. And once the ghee is dissolved, we'll add garlic paste into it. Fry the garlic for about 10 seconds on medium heat and then add the mutton shanks. And this is the time we'll switch the stove on high flame and roast all these mutton pieces properly. If you try this on low flame, the meat pieces will start leaving its own water and the pieces won't be roasted. So make sure your stove is on high flame when you're roasting these mutton pieces. After roasting this for about 5 minutes, it's time to add the masala. So firstly we'll add the pre-powdered masala we accumulated. Turn the stove on medium flame and fry all of this together for a minute. After a minute you will see the ghee and masala is very well coated on the mutton pieces, and this is the time we'll add all the water we kept for boiling. This is 1.5 liters of water. We are not going to add any clear water after this in this recipe. We are going to slow cook this nahari, and if you are thinking to cook this in a cooker, I am telling you it will be cooker worthy only. Making nahari is very easy, so it's best to make it in a traditional way. It's time to add the coriander seeds and the bay leaves. Also a tablespoon of salt. Give it all a very good mix. I want to tell you that this is Old Delhi or Lucknow or Awadhi style of nahari, which we are making in completely authentic way. And once it starts boiling, we are going to cover this, switch the flame to low and cook on low flame for about 1 hour. While this is cooking, we need to prepare few more things for this nahari. 3 heaped tablespoons of wheat flour in a bowl, 1.5 cups of water. Whisk it properly and keep it aside. If you use more than 3 tablespoons of wheat flour, the nahari becomes slimy. We'll also add a cup of water into the nahari masala we made. Whisk it and keep this aside too. These are the final 2 ingredients we are going to use in this nahari. Now let's check if it's cooked. This has been cooking for 1 hour and 10 minutes. I have not checked in between. Let me show you how tender the mutton is now. It's time to take out the mesh in which we added coriander seeds and also the bay leaves. We are going to switch the flame on medium and we'll add the wheat flour mixture we made. This is the nahari masala with water. We'll add this too. The powdered nahari masala becomes lumpy if you try to add it as a powder. That's why we mix it with water, whisk it and add it to the nahari. Once it starts boiling, we are going to cover this and cook this for about half an hour on medium to low flame. And after cooking this for about half an hour, let me show you what has happened. The gravy has thickened well. At this stage you can taste for the salt and add it if you need more. This gravy is going to get thicker than this because we are going to leave this on dum for about 10 minutes on the lowest flame we have, very low flame, so that all the ghee we have added starts coming up. Wow, beautiful. This is what I was talking about. The ghee starts coming up, and if you see the ghee has not come out properly, what you can do is add 2 tablespoons of ghee into it. Lower the flame, cover the lid and leave it for about 5 minutes. Ghee we have added from top will bring out all the ghee from curry. The consistency of nahari is exactly the way we want it. So let me plate this for you. Do not forget to sprinkle some chopped green chilies, some ginger and handful of coriander leaves. Also, don't forget to add lemon to it. Enjoy this nahari with any kind of roti you want, but it's best with tandoori roti. Now if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Also hit that bell icon, and please do not forget to like, comment and share. Thank you so much. Bye bye.